there were 17 people waiting. So thank you for hopping on here. We know it was kind of short notice, but we're super excited. We're kind of having a little bit of a pumpkin party this morning, and we've just invited you all to join us for that. Oh, Tom, I can hear myself.
Oh, no.
So thank you for helping.
Okay.
Thank you.
I fixed that.
I was getting all the feedback. It was so crazy. Hi, Rich. Rich says hi to us, Tom. So if you are watching, please say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. That's always fun for us to see where everybody's at. We happen to be in Northern California. It is a gorgeous fall day. We have just been having incredible weather. We did get some rain earlier this week, but we're not going to complain about that. Yesterday, the grandkids had soccer games, and it was just gorgeous sitting out there watching them play soccer, and all the leaves on the trees are starting to turn, and it's just beautiful. So really, spring and fall are my two favorite seasons. What's your favorite season? Let me know in the comments. I love the mild temperatures. I'm not a fan of cold, and I'm not a fan of really hot weather. So this kind of weather is just perfect for me. Oh, we have Kat from Sarasota, Florida, Debbie from Advanced North Carolina, Allison, Reno, Ella, Roseville, hey, fellow Rosevillian. So Lynn from Webster, New York. It's so fun. We're just across the country, and it's just so much fun that we have the opportunity to get together like this and visit with one another. So my husband Tom's going to be joining me. He's just checking to make sure sound and video, everything is checking out and working well. It's been a while since we did a live with you all, and so we just want to make sure that every piece is working for us. So let me know, what have you done so far today, and how are you batch prepping food for the coming week? I will be doing that this afternoon. So one of the ways that we find makes this whole food plant-based lifestyle easier is if we continually batch prep food. So we create what my husband Tom calls our healthy fast food, which is potatoes that are baked in advance, and rice and other grains, beans and soups and all kinds of things. That way there's always something in the freezer. Thanks for joining me.
Potatoes with mustard.
We're really on a kick of that
Yeah,
right now.
we have totally been on a potatoes dipped in mustard binge.
have.
We roasted some gold potatoes in the Breville last week, and they turned even more gold. And so
they were so delicious.
Hi, everybody. I've been over taking care of pushing wrong buttons and adjusting
Did you
volume.
push wrong buttons?
The volume sounded fine to me. I failed to push one right button.
Oh, okay.
I had it plugged in, the headphone thingy, but it didn't disable the speakers on the computer. So
interesting.
I don't understand that.
I don't have a clue. Okay, so
anyway,
I'm sure people want to know. People are saying hi and telling us where they're from. And we have people from all across the United States. No one so far outside of the U.S. But hey, if you're watching from, we get a lot of viewers in Australia, England, Italy. Oh, we're global, which is really cool.
Yeah, it's okay to let us know if you're from some other continent. That's cool.
We love that.
We do pay attention to, well, I don't know how good I pay attention. We are always conscious of the time zones. So we were debating whether to go at what time today. And we thought, well, the morning would be better. I wanted to go at 11, but I wasn't ready. So we switched it to 11. I knew I wouldn't be ready this morning. So I pushed it to 11:30. But that's still only 2:30 for the East Coast.
Right.
We used to do our 4 o'clock show, and we still had lots of viewers, which would have been 7 East Coast time.
Yeah, we have a lot of followers in the East.
Do East Coast people stay up late as a rule? And
maybe they do.
Maybe 7 p.m. is like our 4 p.m.
Maybe they don't go to bed as early as we do.
Yeah.
So you might be wondering what we have here.
Oh my!
I know. Yum.
Oh,
yum,
I'm gonna go.
Yum.
I'm gonna go. I'll bring up the image.
Okay, but first, so this is our pumpkin pie smoothie. Tom posted the YouTube video and the link to the recipe on the blog I don't think we did it a few weeks ago. We absolutely love this. My mother was here visiting for 10 days. I made it for her. She loved it, and she's not plant-based. So you guys, you can make this and serve it to anyone, and I think they would love it. It is just so, so delicious. I think my earring just fell out, Tom. The back of it just came
It's right here.
off.
The back is right here.
I know, and here's the front. Ooh, I'm glad I didn't lose that.
Your
A little
ruby red earrings.
I just felt it fall into my lap. Sorry, y'all. Stuff happens. So what I did today.
Yeah, here, I'll just show that. You can show them on screen. This, the thumbnail to look for is the pumpkin. Is it the pumpkin Vitamix recipe?
Yeah, I think I
the
made
smoothie
it
is in that video.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I made it in that video. So really delicious. So what I did today before I poured it into our glass is I took the Date Lady chocolate syrup. You guys, this is such amazing stuff. We will put a link for it in the show notes when we're done. Unless Tom can do that right now. This is so good because it is just organic dates, organic cocoa, filtered water, vanilla extract, and a little bit of sea salt. So in a tablespoon, it has 60 milligrams. Now, if you live where you can't order this or you don't want the sodium, I have a quick and easy chocolate sauce recipe on the blog that you could use instead. And so I just took my empty glass and I just squeezed some of the chocolate syrup at the top in about 4 different places, and then when I poured, then it started to drip down, and then I poured my pumpkin pie smoothie on in the glass, and the chocolate will stay pretty much where you put it. It'll just spread out a little bit. So how cool is that? So I don't know, that kind of looks like a jackrabbit or something. It's kind of fun to see. Some of the images I thought kind of looked like cactuses or something. Anyway, this pumpkin pie smoothie, it's like pumpkin pie in a glass. It is absolutely delicious. It has no sugar in it. I had some leftover pumpkin from making the grandkids' pumpkin muffins, and I didn't have I doubled the recipe and I didn't have quite enough, and so I didn't want to open up another can and have leftover, although if you do open up a can, don't use it all, you can freeze it. But I had a cooked sweet potato.
Back to camera one.
Okay, in the oven, and so I just used that instead of all the pumpkin. Now, don't you lose my earring.
Okay, so I put the thing in there, and I remembered to click refresh. Okay. So this is one of those that threads in.
It does, and I don't know how it works its way loose.
Yeah, so Tami probably already mentioned while I was over there thinking so loudly in my head I couldn't hear her. Sometimes I just think so loud I can't hear her.
That's quite a good excuse. That one I have not heard before.
Let me finish my thought, I'll lose it.
Okay.
I refreshed my screen so that it will go on the description under items mentioned in this video. The description here is pretty sparse because this is an open architecture conversation based on your questions and a number of things that Tami wants to talk about. If you are new to our channel, we do have specific videos, usually 10, 12, 14 minutes, about specific recipes. Sometimes we'll have a specific topic that might be 20 minutes if it's not a recipe. This is a hangout. This is a live chat. So if you're looking for identifiable specific content, that's a different video. Sometimes we get comments about, well, your video was all over the place. You talked about so many different things. That's why we're here today, to talk about
whatever you guys want to talk about.
Anything plant-based or plant-based lifestyle. So anyway, if you're new to our channel, this is a hangout. It's not structured. We don't know how long it's going to be.
And ask us questions. If you'd like to pop a question in the comments, if you'd preface it with 2 or 3 question marks, end with 2 or 3 question marks, that'll help it stand out to us. And we're happy to answer your questions about a plant-based life. We're going to do a little,
There's a lady named Beth.
First, we're going to do a little cheers.
Yes. I've been anticipating this.
I know. I wouldn't let him take a drink yet.
She wouldn't let me mess it up. Yeah. Did they get to see the tops? Did they see the tops?
I don't know if they could see the tops.
Yeah, they can. It's right there.
Yeah. So it's just a nice little chocolate swirl. So I would say happy fall, y'all.
Happy fall. Okay.
Happy fall, y'all. Now we're going to take a sip because we're dying to. Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit of work. It's just so thick to get through these straws.
I know, but I purposefully picked the smaller straws because it makes it last longer. It's just, one of my hints or tips.
Wow.
Okay, so I-58 Farm says, howdy from Montana, from a former Fair Okian educated in Roseville. Oh, so nice that you could join us.
I remember I-58 Farms from previous years. Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah, thank you for joining us. And I was about to say that Beth, that's my sister's name, Beth, and it's not.
But this is not your sister.
No, Beth Manicus Moore is not my sister, but my sister's name is not Elizabeth. It's specifically Beth. That's her name.
Yes.
It was
so
short.
unusual that your mom did that, because your mom's middle name was Elizabeth, so she could have given her daughter the name Elizabeth.
Well, we did that with
Beth.
our daughter. We gave our daughter my mom's middle name, Elizabeth. So anyway,
okay,
that's a random aside, huh?
Yeah. So Sea Dog says, morning walk series. I miss those. Always entertaining. Yeah, we haven't done one for a while.
And why is that? What are we doing now?
So we do go to Pilates a lot now. We like to go at 7 a.m. to Pilates class, and so we're not always doing the outdoor walks. I still walk, but Tom doesn't usually. In the summer, you're doing yard work, manual labor outside in the mornings.
Yeah,
and also the walks, you have to hold the gimbal and your arm gets tired.
I don't mind that so much. Really, the issue in the summer specifically, in photography, we're always talking about the golden hour where the light is like, the sun is low, and so you got great side lighting, whether it's the golden hour in the morning or the golden hour in the afternoon. For me, that golden hour is when it's not too hot, but still daylight, so I can crank out about an hour to 2 hours worth of outdoor chores.
Right.
So, because usually it involves chopping or digging or hammering or sawing or something with some physical exertion. So
once in a while, we might still throw one of the walk and talks in there for you all. But also we realized that we weren't, although those are fun to do, we're not benefiting from the de-stressing of just being out in nature and breathing the fresh air and hearing the birds sing and looking at the flowers as we walk and that kind of thing. But we know those were really popular and y'all really loved them. So thank you so much for watching those. If you don't know what we're talking about, you can go back through our
those videos are all
playlist.
Still up.
They are all still up. So Big City Bookworm says, I just like how my dad's name is just Don, not Donald. And Beth says she is just a Beth also.
All right.
That's so cool.
Go Beths. I'm going to put this somewhere because I'm worried I'm going to knock it on the floor. So I'm going to set it over there by that tissue box.
Okay.
The little ruby earring.
Thank you.
Because they can't see that it's not in there.
I know. My other one's there.
Okay.
Okay. So Sea Dog says, I'm a fan of Pilates. So great to stretch. It is. So we have been doing Pilates since July of 2024. And it has just been, oh, that's a good idea. He put it in a little cup for me, you guys. It has just been so amazing. The strength that we have gained, balance, just a stronger core, which helps your back be stronger. I have scoliosis. I have been accused by some people on YouTube of trying to look, what was the word that one lady said? You try so hard to look coy with one shoulder up and one down. And
you're going like this.
Yeah, she was like, do you think that you're still a teenager? I had to laugh because I have scoliosis. I have one shoulder higher than the other. I'm out of balance, and I can't help that. So Pilates on the Reformer can't get rid of my scoliosis, but what it has done,
it can't get rid of it.
No, it cannot get rid of it, but because that's curvature of the spine. But what it is doing is allowing me to have better posture within the range that I can, given the severity of my scoliosis. And so my back doesn't ache as much. Standing in the kitchen can be a problem for me. It can make my back sore. I have a little bit more stamina to do that now. You've noticed that my posture is better. I'm not slumping like this. Instead, I have the abdominal strength, the core strength, to sit up.
And your biceps and triceps have becoming bigger and firmer. Yeah.
Yeah. Yours too. Yours too.
Yeah, but I'm very humble. I don't show them off.
I'm not humble. I show him all the time. I'm like, look, I actually have muscle.
Well, you can see it through you can see it right there.
Right there. I'm like, look, I actually have muscle there. I'm still working on the bat wings, but those are getting better too. So anyway, we highly recommend Pilates. We go to a Pilates studio. There's only 12 students and 1 instructor in each class. We are on a Pilates reformer machine, and it's just been amazing. We love it. Yeah. Anything you want to add to that? Not a lot of guys there.
If you have a weight workout regimen, that's great. This doesn't replace this. It immensely complements it because it keeps you flexible, but there's also a lot of strength components to it. You know, bridging, planking, all of the tricep and bicep from different
ways.
Different ways. I mean, you'll be on a movable traverse thing on the reformer and trying to balance on one foot and one arm.
Then the T-Rex straps we use. What are those?
TRX.
Not T-Rex. Not T-Rex. TRX.
TRX.
I knew I was going to screw it up.
Yeah.
We'd use those. We just do such a variety.
Some of it's like military boot camp training almost. The planking with your feet in the TRX straps.
I'm not real fond of that one, but you seem to like it.
Because it's a challenge.
It's
like,
challenge.
Can I really do this?
Yeah, I'm not so fond of that one. But anyway, we have different instructors who have different styles, and it's just amazing. So if you have an opportunity to take Pilates, there is mat or floor Pilates classes that a lot of YMCAs offer. Those would be good too.
And on YouTube.
And there's lots on YouTube as well, which is real exciting. And then, and our son's girlfriend has her own little private Pilates studio in Sacramento. So if any of you are in the Sacramento area, she does a lot of work with women who have pelvic floor issues, and she's fabulous. So if you're interested, you can you can message me, send me an email at Tami at nutmegnotebook.com.
Or you can Google Rise Pilates. R-Y-Z-E. R-Y-Z-E, Rise Pilates.
Yeah. And she's just adorable and fantastic. And she really encouraged us to start taking Pilates classes. And so we are so glad that we did. So somebody said, let's see, I want to say, Beth says, are you familiar with Kim Murphy's program? Why do I need that when I have your wealth of knowledge and resources? I am not familiar with Kim Murphy's program. I'm sorry, I haven't heard of her, but we're so glad that you're here and that you like what we do.
Yeah, there's a number of folks that offer lifestyle aids, whether it's recipes or culinary advice, or Tami has a great presentation on sequencing meals to manage calorie density if there's folks that are working towards weight loss. So a number of the plant-based community YouTube channels do offer a lot of online, very freely available information. Like others, we also have some more in-depth stuff with our batch cooking course, which is really how to truly successfully adopt a plant-based diet into your lifestyle successfully and in a healthy way. Then other aids are like the chopped salad one, or just ones that are pure fun, the cream cheese and crackers, or the cooking for company. Those evolved out of our journey on adopting a plant-based lifestyle over the last 10 years. So there's great information out there that's free, and then there's often more in-depth information that is some kind of course or program or something. So, but I'm not familiar with that one either.
No. Beth says, oh my gosh, I can't believe she said that to you about my shoulders. The lady that said I was trying to be coy. You would be amazed at what the general public will say.
All YouTubers got, like in the beginning, I was talking about. Some lady said, we had a live here a while back, and the comment was, you guys are all over the place. I can't watch your videos. And I'm like, that was a chat video, and
That was the Costco Live.
Costco Live.
She said brevity is your friend.
Well, and on our recipe videos, we keep them to a certain amount of time, but during a live grocery haul, Tami talks about what we buy, why we buy that particular one, and quite often what we do with it after we've bought it. That is conversation. That's not a bullet in an outline. That's a conversation.
Right.
So anyway, yeah, so it's like, okay. And I think I replied something along those lines, that this is a conversation, not an outline. So.
Yeah, well, we answered her. We were nice.
Okay.
But it's just amazing what people will say to you. Especially, it's like, well, you're not paying for this. This is free. If you don't like it,
turn it off.
Turn it off. Go on.
Okay, back.
So what my daughter, our daughter says, she says, Mom, just tell them, you're not peanut butter. Not everybody's going to love you, and that's okay. I was like, oh, I like that. That. Our daughter's very witty with things like that. Okay, Barbara says, I joined late. What are you drinking? It looks delicious. This is the pumpkin pie smoothie. It's so good. So what we did is we added some chocolate syrup to the inside of the glass, the Date Lady chocolate syrup, before I poured the pumpkin pie smoothie in here. We have a video with the recipe, and we also have a blog post with the recipe. So Nutmeg Notebook, pumpkin pie smoothie. You guys, you have to make it. Everybody that I give it to absolutely loves it. And you know what? What would be really fun, I was thinking, at Thanksgiving, of course it's not freezing cold here at Thanksgiving, but you could do little like shot glasses of it as people are coming in, as kind of a little appetizer kind of thing. Would be really fun. So I did make a pumpkin pie pudding while my mom was here, and it turned out really good. You liked it too.
That's not published.
Not yet.
You shouldn't tell them about that.
Well, I'm hoping that we get it out before Thanksgiving.
Okay.
So anyway, yes. So, Susie does a healing Tai Chi routine. I have watched some of those.
You just talked about Tai.
I can't say. But we have a friend who did just start taking Tai Chi.
It was amazing how challenging it was.
Yes.
It doesn't.
They said
it looks like all this flourish, but there's way more to it than that.
Yeah, they were like, it's really hard, but good. So that's cool, and hopefully one day we can do it. So there was a guy in the next town over. For a while, he was doing like free classes at a park. I knew somebody who was taking them, but I was never able to go at the time that he was doing the classes. But it sounds like a really cool thing. And on the nature walk that we go on, there used to be this little old Asian guy that would, on one part of the bike path, early in the morning, he'd be there doing his Tai Chi exercises. And I would be like, mesmerized.
Yeah.
It looks so amazing. So Beth says, thank you for all your delicious recipes. You are so welcome.
Oh, speaking of delicious recipes.
Yeah.
What is going on, you guys, with the tofu? Tami's baked tofu video we put up like 3 weeks ago or so.
Oh, somebody mentioned it here.
Yeah, that thing has gone crazy.
It has. Carolyn says, love the smoked tofu recipe you put up, making it for a second time today.
And thank you for that comment. And we're getting those comments. Mm-hmm. And what has happened is YouTube has found it, and then they've been recommending it to all kinds of people. So
well, it's very seasonal, so it's very timely. But like I said, if you don't have pumpkin pie, if you don't have canned
we're talking
pumpkin,
tofu right now.
I know, but I was going to say, for this one,
yes,
this is also very timely.
Yes.
So anyway, I think because it's time to use your oven, so the baked tofu. I don't know. Maybe tofu recipes are a real hit on YouTube. I don't know. Is
tofu suddenly in style? Is it? Tofu's trending. That's it.
But anyway, so also on the tofu, there is a non-soy tofu. There's a couple of them. There's one that's made with pumpkin seeds, and then there's another one that's made with fava beans, and I can find it at Sprouts and the Nugget grocery store where we live. So for those of you who cannot have soy, there are alternatives. And my friend Shada from Healthy Cooking with Shada, the last time she was here, we made the smoky tofu for her, and she loved it, and she's been making it, and she's been making it with the fava bean tofu, and she said it works beautifully, and it's a very thick, dense, firm tofu. So also, if you can't have the soy, regular soy tofu, that would also be a nice substitute to use in the recipes in Shada's and my cream cheese and crackers ebook that we have, which for the holidays, you guys, you've got to get that ebook because it is so full of great appetizers, dips, both savory and sweet. And they're just absolutely delicious and super easy to make. And the non-vegans love it. They have no idea that it's vegan. So if you can't have soy, check for those alternative tofu products. And also there are YouTube videos on how to make non-soy tofu from all different kinds of ingredients. Are you back at me? Oh, you're going to show the tofu bite.
So here's the thumbnail of this. It was put up just 11 days ago. And it's a lot for us and maybe for the plant-based community, over 4,000 views in just the last 11 days. And on the metrics, we're seeing that half of those views are coming kind of outside of our usual audience, which is a great thing really because it's reaching new people. But Tami has been fixing those for the grandkids, is kind of where it evolved from.
Yeah, but they don't like the smoky flavor.
No, we leave it out for them. So we leave out and we address that in the video.
Yeah, we leave out the chipotle chili powder and the smoked paprika for them because they just don't care for that.
Yeah, and in that thumbnail.
So it depends on your kids.
Yeah, in that thumbnail, Tami shows it going on as a topping on one of her salads, which she does, the tempeh crouton things. You've got different, protein bits you use for that. But the kid, several years ago, in the kids' trays, they would get a few of the non-smoky tofu bites and some steamed broccoli and maybe some white jasmine rice, or a
baked potato. They love a Yukon Gold baked potato and the baked tofu together, applesauce, and usually broccoli. Yeah, they don't love their vegetables.
Yeah, no, they're being raised plant-based, so that was one of the go-to meals with those. And you made it for a long time, and you had some requests to get the recipe out. So that's why in my announcement, finally, the baked tofu recipe is available online. So. Yeah. And printable recipe on the blog, of course. That's all linked in the video for you YouTubers.
And you can use tempeh too instead of the tofu if you wish. It's equally as delicious. And then you can put it in a wrap. You can, I like to buy those big, dark leafy, great big greens, like Swiss chard, or what's the other one? I can't think of it right now. But anyway, and I will just trim the membrane, the little stem, and put them between, fold them inside of a kitchen towel and put them in the microwave for like 20 to 30 seconds, depending on how big they are. And then I will use that as a gluten-free wrap. It's absolutely delicious. You put rice in there, mashed sweet potatoes, some of the smoked, the tofu. Sometimes I'll do salsa, or one of my dressings, the miso dressing. That's delicious in it too. And it's so good.
Yeah.
You want some of this?
Is this lunch or what? Because we have.
Well, you told me you were going to be hungry if we went at 11:30.
You have a couple of things you want to talk about. So.
Okay, so you guys, this is the peanut butter pumpkin pie dip, which is so good. There we go. So I have 2 different pumpkin pie dips that are on the blog. So there's one that's just pumpkin, and this one is pumpkin peanut butter, and you can use peanut butter, or I use the peanut butter powder, which I just remembered, Tom, we need to order more of that from Amazon. So if you do the peanut butter powder, it's defatted peanut butter that has been dried and turned into a powder, and it has a much lower fat content. You just want to make sure that you get one that doesn't have added sugar and salt. But you reconstitute it with water, or you can simply use it in recipes. So this is so delicious on waffles or toast or muffins, or like I have here, where you can spread it on a rice cake. So good for the grandkids. You can put some of this on and some little chocolate chips. So delicious. This is a slice of an Asian pear, also very good, dipped in it. So yummy. Apple slices, chunks of banana. It's so delicious. Or if you want, I'm not going to complain if you just eat it by the spoonful right out of the dish. It's so good. Now, I make a big batch of it and I freeze it. So I just pulled this out of my freezer this morning because I'll freeze it in like half cup portions. And that way I don't have to make it every week. It'll last me, I'll take it out and have it as a little snack or a spread on something. And it's so delicious. So if you haven't made this, you have to try it. And I also have a snickerdoodle dip. It tastes like snickerdoodle cookies. So good. Also the same. It's good on waffles and pancakes and muffins or toast or with fruit. Or we really like these little rice cakes. Now Trader Joe's has some, and then I buy these these are the Lundberg ones. Had to look at my box. And I get these at Whole Foods, and there's some grocery stores that also carry them. And I like them because they're thin, and the grandkids like these because they're crunchy and really delicious and fun to eat. So, so that's, I just made, you can get your plate if you want, honey, and have some. I just
thank you. That almost looks like peanut butter.
I know. Well, it does have the peanut butter powder in it, which makes it really yummy. But then it's also good on the fruit. I'm going to take a bite. Now you have to talk while I take a bite.
Oh, okay. All right.
So it's so good.
I want to bring up that other. Before we transition into this other stuff, we're going to be coming back on Thursday morning at 10 o'clock. Thursday morning. Mm-hmm.
10 o'clock Pacific.
Yeah, and I'll bring that thumb up. It was in the little email I sent out. Every year for the last few years, we have done 2 major promotions with our friends at Holland Bull Mill. And this year, we were talking actually before Corey called us that, boy, we wish we could just have Black Friday off the day after Thanksgiving. It's a family weekend for us. So the last few years, going back to the beginning of the pandemic, we've been working every Black Friday, and I know many people do. But it's like there's so much already going on that day with everybody else and everything else. We were thinking, boy, I wish we could do our annual Holland Bull Mill fall promotion, Black Friday promotion earlier. And then lo and behold, like the next day, Corey calls up and says, hey, why don't we move? Black Friday's a busy time. Why don't we move your Nutmeg Notebook thing with us to a sooner date? So we picked Thursday of next week. And
we were like, yes, that's so exciting, because then that Friday can be free.
Yeah, and then Corey said, what about a giveaway? It's like, well, giveaways are always good. And then he surprised us with what
you're going to go get
on giveaway. Yeah. So,
okay. So
I'll let you, while I'm getting those, you can talk about the 2 things that we're putting on the giveaway.
Sure.
If I click this button, it's
Is
2
that
of
what's
those.
showing?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So on Thursday, October 23rd at 10 a.m. Pacific, which will be 1 o'clock Eastern, we will be going live with Corey. And we are going to be giving away our beautiful chopped salad course and ebook. And then we're also going to be giving away the cream cheese and crackers, chips and dips ebook. That will be coming from us. And then Corey from Holland Bull Mill has graciously offered to give a 12-inch.
I'll be your Vanna.
Oh, you be my Vanna. Give away the 12-inch cutting bowl with the Mezzaluna knife. And what Tom just has discovered, that this size is perfect for chopping walnuts. Now, he likes a little sprinkle of walnuts in your oatmeal in the morning. And why do you like to chop it in the 12-inch bowl?
Because they don't fly everywhere. When I do it on the flat one, the
cutting board,
because we keep them in the freezer so they don't go rancid. So when I have a pint jar. Is that a pint or half a pint? My walnut chopped jar.
Oh, it's a pint jar.
Okay. I fill the pint jar with full of unchopped walnuts, that's because I know that once I chop them, they're going to easily fit back in there. So I fill that jar, dump it in the bowl. Then I can just take the mezzaluna and start rocking and rolling and chopping them up. I've been doing that with my chef's knife on a flat cutting board, and that works too. You have to develop a technique where you hold the tip and then chop around in a little, and then again and again and again. But they tend to fly everywhere. And and then in the bowl, once you get them chopped, you can just take your little rubber spatula and scrape them into the little funnel thingy into the jar.
That I use that that funnel for canning.
Yeah, if you're chopping and wanting to store things, this thing is amazing right here.
Yeah. So this will fit in your canning jars, and then you can pour the nuts in there, and you don't have to worry about them spilling.
Yeah.
So see, it goes like that.
Yeah, so I mean, you can even take your mezzaluna knife
and just do that.
And so, if you're just trying, in my situation, I'm a spouse trying to not create a mess that's gonna put random bio bits on the floor, which might create an issue later in the day. Because I don't like to create issues unnecessarily in the kitchen.
All you have to do, honey, is grab the vacuum and vacuum it up. It's not a problem.
I don't like to do that.
It's not an issue. Okay,
so what else
that's
is going?
one thing that Corey is going to be giving away to one lucky winner. And then the other thing is this absolutely beautiful cherry cutting board with the
juice groove.
And
we find that necessary for
watermelon, pineapple, cantaloupe,
muskmelon, if you call it that.
Yeah. So Corey had said to me, well, you probably don't want one that has that cutout for juice around it because you don't cut meat. And I said, oh, but I cut watermelons and pineapple and cantaloupe and oranges and all these things that are very juicy.
Yeah. So this is like 1.25 inches thick. It does have our intention. We are going to use this one and cut on this surface exclusively, and then we'll keep this side
for presentation.
For like this over here for a bigger presentation. Right. I mean, we have a number of different boards. We've done the charcuterie layouts. Yeah. Or whether it's the cream cheese and crackers, or this is technically a charcuterie board.
This one also comes from Holland Bowl Mill, you guys. I love can you see the shape of it? Yeah. And if I pull it back, then you can see that it says Nutmeg Notebook on it. Yeah. So you can also get free engraving on the bottom of the chopping, the cutting board, or on the edge, or on the bottom of the bowl as well. So Corey will be giving away one 12-inch cutting bowl with a mezzaluna, and then this gorgeous cutting board. We're giving away a couple of our ebooks and a class, and but you have to watch the video
on Thursday.
If you do not get to watch it live, have no fear. We are not going to be picking the winner until the sale. The sale is going to go through October 31st. So November 1st, we will pick a winner. And when you watch the video, we'll tell you how you can enter. So you'll be answering.
Yeah, and if you don't get to watch it that day, again, you'll have time to do it. Some of the vendors will have a flash sale that's good for like 24 or 48 hours. Don't love those. Others will have a sale that goes for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then they extend it till the following Wednesday. We asked Corey, can we just have a reasonable amount of time, start to finish? This does end on the 31st. I don't have the specified time yet, but in the evening sometime.
Right.
So it's a hard date window. It's not going to be distracted from, or added to, because it's a real promotional period. So you'll have a couple of days to sort out and
Also,
get your entry
for
in.
those of you who are new, we use a 15-inch bowl that is bigger than this 12-inch, and that's what we use to chop our beautiful chopped salads in every day. So that's something that we're known for. We just put up a new video a couple days ago. Oh, that's our son calling.
Okay, I'll put you on Tami Cam, and I'll go talk to him. But I got to
Take your mic off.
Hold on, David.
We're live, honey.
Say hi to the people.
I think he's not going to. He's very shy. So I usually silence my phone, and I forgot this morning. That's so funny. So anyway, we just posted a new video for one of my favorite Mexican chopped salads. Take a look at that. I show you the bowl and how to chop a salad in it. That's something, a healthy habit that we've been doing since about 2015, so roughly 10 years. Batch prep the salads once a week. Takes 30 minutes to batch prep 14 salads, 7 for Tom, 7 for myself. I have a couple videos on how to do that. It explains how to, what to buy, what to use, how to prep them so that they will actually last. They'll last for us 7 to 10 days. And then every day we chop a salad, and that's one of our main meals. So that was a habit that we adopted from a recommendation by Dr. Joel Fuhrman. He says to make one salad a day as one of your main meals. And so when we adopted this lifestyle in 2013, we started doing that then. So we've been eating a salad for a main meal ever since 2013. And about 2015 is when I started chopping them. And that was like such a game changer, because you know how those big chunks of lettuce are hard to get in your mouth, then you have to chew forever. When you chop it up to begin with, it's less chewing, it reduces the overall volume. If people have TMJ issues or dental issues, it makes it easier for them to eat salads. We hear a lot from elderly people who said, I'd kind of given up on eating salads, but once I learned about chopped salads, now I can incorporate chopped salads into my life again. Also, children are somehow, for some reason, more adaptable to the chopped salad than big chunks of lettuce. And so once you chop it, even if you give them a small portion with the chopped salad, you're getting a little bit of everything in that little bit of bites. So maybe you give them, you know, a quarter of a cup or half a cup, but they're getting a lot of nutrients because you're getting some of everything that you've put in that salad. And we don't just eat the salad. We add the tofu, we add starch, whatever it may be, makes it super delicious and satisfying and filling. And you can heat up your toppings like I did for the Mexican salad, especially helpful in the winter time, especially if you live someplace cold. You can heat up a veggie stew or a veggie chili to put over the top of it, or if you have like taco lentils or sloppy Joe type lentils, or you might want to call them sloppy Jill lentils, something like that. You can heat some ingredients up to put on top of it. Sometimes I'll air fry potatoes or sweet potatoes and add those hot on top of my salad. So you can still enjoy the benefits of the raw veggies and still enjoy a salad, even if it is cold out, by just heating some things up to put on top of it. Or you have a cup of steaming hot soup along with your salad. So look for that latest video so that you can see how I made the Mexican chopped salad. All right, let's see. Annette says, I made your mug cake yesterday for my sister's birthday. It was so yummy. Oh, I'm so glad you enjoyed that. We really like the mug cakes too. And you guys, that's a really fun thing. You can batch prep those ahead of time, all of the dry ingredients. I put them in little 8-ounce jars. And then when you're ready to make it, all you have to do is add the wet ingredients and pop it in the microwave. And you have a really delicious treat. Since it's portion controlled, there's no overeating. You just have that one treat. Also, they're perfect for travel. So we usually stay in a hotel that has a microwave in the room, or we rent an Airbnb that has a mini kitchen and microwave, and so we can take that with us. There's always mugs, and if you are afraid you don't want to use somebody else's mug, then you can buy the the silicone muffin cups and take those. You can just pack 2 of them. They weigh nothing. And I always pack a little bit of dish soap in a bottle to take with us. And then you can make those in your hotel room or your Airbnb and have a healthy, delicious dessert. So let's see. Susie says, what is the key to keep your cut up fruit from turning brown? I just take a little bit of fresh lemon juice and put it in a bowl of water, like a cereal bowl size, maybe a tablespoon of fresh lemon juice, or if you have the kind that you buy just in the produce department in the little lemon or whatever, you can use that as well. And that citric acid from the juice will prevent the apples, the banana, and the apple pears from turning brown. So it works beautifully. So I will, like for the grandkids, if we're having them over, I can go ahead and pre-cut the fruit, put it in the juice or the lemon juice water combination. It really only needs to be in there about maybe 20 seconds, 30 seconds, take it out, put it on a tea towel to dry, and then put them in glass containers that I have lids for, and they will stay nice looking for a couple of days. Barbara says, what plant milk do you use in your smoothie? I like to use soy milk for this because it has a little bit more fat in it, and so it just makes it creamier. But you can use any kind of plant milk that you prefer. So if you want to cut back on the fat, then you can use like an almond milk or an oat milk if you wish. Okay, the peanut butter powder is in the pumpkin peanut butter dip, not in the smoothie. But if you wanted to, you could add it in the smoothie, and that would be delicious as well. All right. Oh, Susie says, I probably don't leave it in the lemon solution long enough. Oh, well, just leave it in there for just a little bit longer or add a little bit more of lemon juice. I know they used to sell Fruit Fresh, I think it was called. It was a citric acid powder that could be found in the spice section of your grocery store. I don't know if they still make that or not. So I always have some lemon juice. So I just use the lemon juice. It's super easy to do. Let's see, Tom, you answered vegana. Rich says they also have that tofu at Winco in the same section of the area where you have the regular tofu. I have seen it there as well. Thank you for that reminder, Rich. So that is for the fava bean tofu. They have it at Winco if you live where there is Winco Foods. I know they also have it at the Nugget and usually at Sprouts as well. And I think now they have one that's already marinated in sriracha sauce, but I haven't seen that yet. But a friend of mine in Southern California told me that she found it and that it was very good. So yeah, if you haven't made this, you need to make this, and you also need to make the peanut butter pumpkin dip. And Tom has show and tell.
I think this is where I was heading right before David called. He wants to rotate his tires. He's going to come over and rotate his tires.
Okay.
So anyway, we were showing, and the giveaway is the 12-inch bowl. But this is the workhorse that we use every day for all of these Nutmeg Notebook chopped salads.
Well, one of them. This one's mine, and you have yours.
I know, I have my own. And you can see that there's some discoloration here. This is a tool. It's very well worn. It's very well used. It's got probably hundreds of thousands of chop marks in it at this point. It will get a chop mark because it is a chopping bowl. This one's all, we do have some that we don't chop in, that we keep fresh. This one is, we just got, it's going to be chopped in. But we have others that Tami keeps fruit and stuff in that we don't chop in. But this is
you can grab the fruit bowl and show
one of our most valuable tools in the kitchen that helps us sustain our lifestyle. The eye doctor, because of the variety of veggies and the variety of antioxidants and all this stuff that is in our diet, she got her eyes examined first a few weeks back. And the eye doctor said to her, kind of without prompting, that your retinal health is amazing. Tami's got amazing retinas.
She said, do you eat a lot of dark leafy greens? And I said, yes, I do. Why? And she said, because your retinal health is amazing. And she said, and it is from all the fruits and vegetables that you eat. I said, well, we are plant-based. And so that is the bulk of what we eat.
Yeah, so she says that explains that.
Yeah,
So,
she was very impressed. She said, keep it up. This is
Yeah.
this is amazing.
and then it was my turn, and Tammy, in between, had a chance to share that with me, and so I was getting my exam, and she didn't say anything. I said, so how are my retinas? She says, oh, your retinas are really good. I says, well, I heard that Tammy's are excellent. She says, well, yours are really, really good too. I says, well, probably she does eat more leafy greens than I do, because sometimes I'll go more for this plant-based starches, and I do eat a lot of greens, but
You do.
maybe not as much fruit as she does.
You don't.
So
But you've gotten better lately about eating fruit. Like you really like the apple pears.
yeah,
The Asian pears, you guys, they're kind of a cross between a pear and an apple. And so you really like those. You've been eating more fruit
Yeah.
lately. If I prep it, if it's like, oh God, I just spit on myself. If overactive saliva gas.
live video.
I know, right? If I have the watermelon cut up, if the grapes are already washed, then you seem to be more receptive
Oh,
to eating
I've been
if it's
hitting
easier.
the grapes and the apples a lot lately.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, you've been doing better with
on
your
that
fruit.
same note, it's an old story. Those of you that have been following us have heard this story. So the very short version is, when I retired and had to go out and buy my own life insurance outside of what I had had for decades with the company, had to go do all of the official testing, blood tests and EKG and all this stuff. And then we got back to our agent, and he said, what did you do? When he came, to present us our proposal. I said, what do you mean, what did I do? He said, they're giving you the rate like of a 35-year-old. And I was 60 at the time. So
Then when you told him what we were doing,
he adopted a plant-based diet and lost 35 or so pounds. Yeah.
yeah, and he was like, wow, you guys, he was like, I need to teach all my clients this, because he was our retirement advisor. And we said, well, now you know that you really have to do a good job making our money last, because we're going to live for a really long time.
Yeah, you have to redo the graphs on that. So,
Yeah.
Anyway, so if you're thinking about or already on a plant-based lifestyle, this is a critical tool to that, which we've been talking about incessantly for years, because it's such an important part of our kitchen. So
It is. But
Anyway.
and
that's why we're happy about. I'm
Go
cutting you
ahead.
off.
That's okay.
The opportunity a couple times a year to really offer a substantial discount, a giveaway, whatever, with our partners from Holland Bowl Mill and Corey, and it's a family-owned business. We're so pleased that we could work with
Yes.
them. They're out of Holland, Michigan. They're recycling trees that have been down through storms or whatever. Even their shavings and sawdust get recycled into something else.
Yeah.
So it's a.
Show them the bottom, because you can get it
Oh, yeah,
personalized.
I can't read this backwards. Get healthy, stay healthy, one meal at a time. That sounds like that Nutmeg notebook.
So we can't tell you the details of the sale right now, but just know that the sale is going to be significant. These are all handmade in Holland, Michigan. The family-owned business. I can't remember how many generations, 3 or 4 generations in now.
Their original product was literally Holland wood shoes.
Yeah.
And they're in the town of Holland, Michigan, because that's where the original immigrants from Holland landed.
Yeah.
So
anyway, it's also really nice to support a company that is U.S. based and a family business, and they employ a lot of local people, and we just really enjoy working with them. So, and we love their products, and we were using their products before they asked us if we wanted to be affiliates with them. And so that's, oh, you're being so decorative. Look at that. A+. Very nice.
her
Good job.
her salads are always gorgeous, and all of her meals she puts together, because she posts on Instagram and Facebook, so she always is doing a nice presentation on her food.
No, but even when we're not doing that,
all the time she makes it look nice. And I'm over there slopping stuff out of the bowl or the pot or whatever into my serving dish and giving it a stir. And if I work on it, I've been making my Mexican hot salads lately, and I can make those look nicer.
You can. I've seen you do it. So a couple things I want to share.
Yeah.
So Susie says, my eye doctor is plant-based, and since I've been plant-based, my macular degeneration is steadily reversing. Bravo. That is so amazing. Love hearing that. It's just a great testimony to the power of plants. People do not equate, other than those of us in the plant-based community, outside of the plant-based community, people do not see the link between their diet and how they feel, their diet and their lifestyle-related diseases. There is a broken link there, that they do not make that connection. And unfortunately, I think because we have so many people in the medical profession that are also overweight and eating unhealthy, they are not educating their patients about that. I know I have a family member who saw a cardiac surgeon the cardiac surgeon was extremely overweight, and that was very disturbing because there was no talk from that doctor then about diet and heart issues, and there should have been. That should be one of the first things that they bring up. So then Kat says, I'm 75 and have small cataracts. My ophthalmologist said last month that they have not progressed at all. Woohoo! That is awesome. Awesome. You coming back to join us, Tom?
I've made a discovery.
Uh-oh.
You take an apple and you put it in this pumpkin dip, and it's like getting a bite of apple pie and pumpkin pie at the same time.
Nice.
It's an amazing flavor mix.
I like that.
Oh my goodness. So make this and then try it with an apple.
It's so good. It's good with banana too. Mm-hmm. I like it with the banana. Also, if you want kind of like a deconstructed caramel apple, if you make your date paste, and I have a recipe for that on the blog. It's just dates and water, and you just soak the dates and then you blend them. But if you take apple slices and dip it in the date paste, it tastes a lot like a caramel apple. So good.
Wow.
So good. Especially if you use the medjool dates that are super soft and sweet, because they're more like caramel-like. So good. Yeah, you guys, if you have any questions, pop a question to us.
We've been on for an hour. Did you know that?
No, it goes by so fast, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what the timer says here, but yeah.
It goes by super fast. What time is it?
It's 12:32.
It's 12:30. An hour. I think it was like 12:32 when we, or 11:32.
I wanted you to allow time to share those new toys you've got.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Okay.
Do you want me to move this where I can get at it without being on screen?
You don't want everybody to see what you're eating? Are you still going to have lunch? This is just your appetizer.
This is my appetizer. We'll do a little
It's all
lunch.
healthy. So, you guys, you know that we use super cubes. This is part of our...
I'm just put you on Tami Ken.
Okay, part of our batch prepping that we do. Years ago, I think, 2019 or so, when we went on our first cruise, and we were doing a cooking demo on the cruise, and one of the ladies that was in the audience said, hey, do you guys use super cubes? And we were like, we've never heard of them. She said, you need to look them up when you get home. So we did, and we ordered some. This is freezer solutions, is what we call food freezer storage solutions. And so they just came out with a new color. This is called kale. Look at how beautiful this is. So what this is I'm going to open this. These are extremely high quality, top food grade silicone containers, and they come in different sizes. The perfect one for soups are these 2-cup. So kind of think like giant ice cube tray. Now it has a metal reinforced rim around it, so it cannot go in the microwave, but it can go in the oven, and it can go in your freezer. So it's marked 2 cups and 1 cup. So we make our soup, our stew, our cooked beans, chili, whatever it is, mashed potatoes, whatever we've made that we want to freeze. And then we put it in here. Once it cools, then we put the lid on and we pop it in our freezer. They even make this freezer tape. This is 2 rolls, a thin one and a bit wider one, so that you can label it. The thin one is just the right size to go along the rim. And then if you want to mark it on the top, then you can use the wider piece of tape on top. And then once they are frozen, you pop them out, and 4 of these cubes will fit in a 1-gallon freezer bag. So it's just amazing. They've thought of like everything. And then your cube is freed up so you can wash it, and it's ready to freeze the next thing. So I have like probably 10 of the 2-cup ones, and then there's 1 cup, half cup. There's also small ones that I will juice my lemons, and I'll freeze those in 1 or 2 tablespoon cubes. And then when they're frozen, pop them out and put them in a freezer bag. That's how I always have juice ready to go. And then they came out with these adorable casserole dishes. So this holds the 2-cup super cube. This is the new kale color. Isn't that awesome? And then you can heat this right up in it. I have taken my lentil shepherd's pie and cut it to fit in these, and then we can just heat them up. So you can go ahead and make some in the cubes if you want and freeze the cubes first, or you can put them in here and you can freeze them in here. And then these can go in the oven. They can also go in the microwave. And as you see, they also come with this silicone lid. So if you want to take this to work with you, to pop it in the microwave at work, you're all set, because this fits really nice and snug. And it's at front door. Oh, I think we got a delivery, honey.
I get it.
And so fantastic. We love the super cubes. We have all the different sizes. We have hundreds of people who follow us who have also adopted using the super cubes. They work amazingly well, and they just make freezer storage so much easier. So you can, I bought plastic bins for our freezer, and we put the plastic bins in, and then once we get the cubes into the freezer bags, then we kind of put them in the plastic bins, kind of book style, standing up. If you don't have room for that, you just have like the freezer portion of your refrigerator, you can lay them flat and stack them and just mark them. And then on the end of the bin, I put some of the freezer tape, and I write what we have in that bin. And then when we take the last cube out, then we remove the tape that has the name of that, whatever it was in there. So we freeze grains that way. I like to freeze my grains in half-cup portions, because that's about how much I like to have on my salad. If I make taco lentils, I'll freeze those in half-cup portions as well. You can make your big Instant Pot full of beans and divide those up in the portion that's right for you. And we just can't say enough good things about them. So the couple that owns Super Cubes, their house burnt down in the Palisades fire. They still have the business going. They have since relocated to Arizona. I had an email with Michelle a couple weeks ago. They're doing well. They have 2 small children. So we really enjoy, again, being able to help support a U.S. business. And so they do a great job. They're just a lovely couple. I don't know if you guys know that they were on Shark Tank. We had them on our show a couple of times to promote their company. Then they went on Shark Tank and they got the golden ticket from Lori, and they have come up with lots of new products since then that are simply amazing. And so Tom will put a link. It's done. He's already put the link in the show notes. So anyway, another great product, good company, and this is something that we actually use, we love, and we only share with you the products that we actually do use, that we have found to be beneficial to our plant-based lifestyle. So there you go. Let's see. I'm going to see what else is happening here. Let's see. Okay. All right. So Big City Bookworm says, they're talking. People are talking about how expensive greens can be depending on where you live. Yes, and that's why sometimes you have to grow your own. So whether it's Arrow Garden went out of business, but a hydroponic garden that you can do at home. There's some tower type ones. You don't have to have a window. They have grow lights for them. If you live in Alaska, we took a cruise in Alaska and we had a bunch of local naturalists that were on the cruise with us to help educate us, and they were sharing with us how expensive lettuce is, avocados, that kind of thing. And they said by the time it gets to them, it's already so old that if you buy lettuce for a salad, you have to eat it within a day because it will just, it's almost bad when you buy it. And, if you live someplace like that, then you might want to look into one of the indoor options that you have for growing some of your own produce.
I have an update for you.
Yes.
I thought I remembered some bit about Arrow Garden being bought or reorganized or something.
Really?
I don't know the details of that.
You have to look it up.
But there is an Arrow Garden website. It is active. You can purchase Arrow Garden products again.
Okay.
So I didn't track the corporate ins and outs of all of that, but something has changed.
Wow.
And so...
And as many of you know, we have an Arrow Garden.
Yeah.
We're not growing anything in it right now, but we have enjoyed growing things in it for years.
Right. Yeah, it'll be time to plant some. I like to.
It will.
Genovese. I don't know how to say it. Genovese.
Basil.
Was my favorite to have in
Right.
there to throw in my chopped salads. So anyway, here you go.
So Debbie says, love the super cubes. Didn't know about the tape. I need to get some of the casserole dishes. Thanks for the info. You're welcome. They also come in a 1 cup size as well, which I like to use the 1 cup ones for, maybe you could grab me one, Tom. I have the blue ones, I think, up in this cabinet, for like individual little desserts are really fun. Yeah, the blue up there. And so I would like to do like peach crisp in these little ones. I only needed one, honey. Here we go. So, and this is the blue. Isn't that pretty? But see, these work really, really, they're just perfect for, are these 2 cup or 1 cup? It's a 3 by 5. It almost looks like a 2 cup. What do you think? Anyway, I do like to make like peach, like peach crisp in them. No, that must be the 1 cup because these are the 2 cup. So that has to be a 1 cup.
Yeah, they leave some room for bubbling.
Yeah, it looks so big to me at first. But this is the blue and this is the green. They also have a cranberry and then they have a white. I don't have one of the cranberries, but I have the white ones. And we do love them. Mary Jo says, I love my super cube. So sorry to hear about the house fire. Yeah, they lost everything. The house burned to the ground. So so if you do want to buy these, although you can get them from Amazon, if you buy them directly from the Super Cubes company using our link, then they do make more money than selling them on Amazon. So either way.
Yeah. And we earn a little commission from them as well.
Yeah, we do. Okay. I-58 Farm says, I took the hydroponic course from Simple Green Hydroponics on YouTube. Oh, that's so cool. Debbie says she loves the blue color. So they have something for whatever color scheme your kitchen is. The kale, the blue, the cranberry, and the white. Big City Bookworm says, steam some sweet potatoes and line the bottom of a 2 cup cube. Then pour sweet potato soup over it. Makes a delicious 1 cube meal with extremely dense nutrition. That sounds amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. That is such a great idea. So you can make individual lasagnas. You can make individual lentil loaves in these. You can do my shepherd pie in these, and you can choose what size is best for you. So, sometimes people are satisfied with 1 cup of soup. Tom and I tend to like 2 cups and then add a grain or a potato or something to it as well. Do the blue ceramic dishes also come with lids? They do. They do. there's also cute little silicone lids for these as well. So, okay, you guys, I think that we are going to have to wrap it up. Tomorrow, we have a big day tomorrow. Shall we tell them what we have going tomorrow? We have a really big day tomorrow.
The mirrors just got here. The box is big.
Okay, I can't wait to see them. All right, so we are remodeling the master bath in our house. And so we have been busy the last few days cleaning everything out of the master bathroom, all the cabinets. They are like taking out everything except the bathtub. And we're getting everything new.
But they're lifting it.
They're lifting the bathtub, yes.
In the shower area, they're taking down to the studs.
Yes.
They're demoing it all out.
So we're excited and nervous all at the same time. We have been running all over town for the last couple of weeks, trying to gather everything. The mirrors just came for over the sinks for the vanity.
Who would have thought finding a bathtub faucet would be such a chore?
It was. Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness. It's been quite interesting. So the demo starts tomorrow.
And we'll be in construction for about a month.
Yes.
Because they do stuff and then they've got a different crew. You know, the demo crew happens and then the tile crew and the plumbing crew has to come before the tile crew.
They do.
And then the tile guys and then the floor guys and the plumbing guys got to come back.
And then we also had to empty everything out of our master bedroom closet because you pass through the master bath to get to the closet. And so we're taking the carpet out of the closet so that the whole bathroom and the walk-in closet has all the same flooring. Whew, we're excited but nervous. And we're hoping that everything we picked out looks good together.
It should. So we're jumping 30 years in decorating style from the mid-90s to the mid-2000s.
Well, we built this house in 1997.
But it was designed in 1995.
It's true. It took 2 years.
They started this neighborhood
That's
in
true.
95.
I hadn't thought about that.
And we purchased after those models that were built a year sooner than this one.
Yeah, it's true.
And so it was designed a year before that. So yeah, we're jumping from the mid-90s to the mid-20s. We're in the mid-20s.
We are. Whew. Okay. Well, anyway, so we're going to be busy doing that. Hopefully they don't make too much noise on Thursday when we do our live with Corey. But it will be what it'll be what it will be.
The demo is Monday, Tuesday. You know, when they start reconstructing, there might be some hammering and stuff, but I don't know. That's in a whole different part of the house, so we'll make the best of it. I mean, we watch the newbies, and they have major construction going on all the time, and their videos come out fine.
It's true.
All right.
It's true.
Okay.
So anyway, all good things, lots of good things happening. We can't thank you all enough for joining us this morning. This has been really fun. We do miss doing the lives and being able to interact with you all. It's so much fun. Mark your calendars, please, for Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific time, October 23rd, this coming Thursday.
And we do have some more recipes coming out.
We do. We've been really busy making videos.
Yeah.
I've come up with a lot of new recipes. Yeah. We're trying to get those all out the door.
Get something up each week.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
we're working.
So that's been happening, and that's why we've got some of the new ones. And there's some more up on my desk I'm editing.
Yeah. Oh, I have a haircut tomorrow too. Tomorrow's a really busy day.
Okay. I'll stay home and supervise construction.
Sounds good. All right, you guys. Debbie says, thanks. This was fun. Give us a thumbs up if you haven't already. If you're new and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to our channel. It really helps our ratings here on YouTube. The more subscribers we get, then the more apt YouTube is to recommend our videos to other people who are interested in a healthy lifestyle.
I'll throw the link to Thursday's video in the show notes of this one too. I don't think I've done that yet.
Oh, that's a good idea
So I'll do that
and
update it. So
Okay.
I'll do that right after we sign off.
Okay, sounds good. We hope you have a great rest of the weekend, and we look forward to seeing everybody here on Thursday. I'm Tami.
And I'm Tom.
And we help you get healthy and stay healthy, one video at a time.
Recipe.
Or one meal at a time, as it may be. All right, thanks a lot for joining us, you guys. You're great. We love you, and we'll see you Thursday.
Bye-bye.